Right. Yeah, I was just thinking about getting a gyro.
You want a gyro?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Roast turkey one.
All right. All right, $3.25. Is just the gyro for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to let the community know that I'm being like gang stalked and community organized harassed, and smears about me are going around, so I'm just putting that out there. Thank you for your understanding. I've been trying to run for president for since 2012, and I think that's what triggered a lot of it, but I've been protesting local bondage club lately, and that's what has escalated it.
All right, sir, we'll have that food up for you, okay?
Thanks. Didn't mean to make you uncomfy about that. Sorry about that.
Oh, you can carry it? Yeah, it's just a big tab. Everyone's fine, no starting here. Yeah. I don't think. Drew, you okay back there?
Me?
Yeah. Still alive?
Yeah, so bad.
Any sauce? Yeah. Alright, you need to come later today?
So yeah, I wish I had other things to talk about. But the story of my life is the whatever it is. You take care.
Yeah. Stay safe, please, out there.
I don't know, I feel like I need a bulletproof vest, but I can't afford one, but I ain't gonna get a gun. You know, I don't do that. Alright, thanks. Go this way. Check this out. That's BZN G43. Someone's everywhere. Suddenly, yeah, they're like on the website, they're like, Chris telling this story is fucking not consensual. And it's like, dude, you know, just, you know, if it makes you uncomfortable, then say, you know, knock it off and change the subject or whatever. You know? But people don't do that, except that douchebag yesterday. It was like, yeah, you know, how dare you talk about the gays? You know, I'm thinking about, you know, asshole penetration right this second because you mentioned gay. You know, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, they're just like, you know, anybody else. You know, there's like a man and a woman, or two dudes, or two chicks. What the fuck ever. Who cares? It's none of your business. Except, you know, you're just exposing that you're a hateful person. You know, you lost your legs and you and you still a hater and shit. I bet his religion taught him that, right? You know, good old religion. People are different. Fucking, you know, get him. You know. Get him. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't go out much today because I was kind of doing like a little self-healing day. Trying to catch up on data too, and the more I go out, the more data I collect. So it's like, you know, I need a breather. You know, the data is literally fucking whelming. I just can't seem to keep up. But yeah, it's a little, interesting. Like, the past month, just about, since I've been wanting to write that blog, the, overt briefly, but mostly covert. Because it is kind of twisted and very ironic that I ended up at a place where there's a douchebag from the Intel community, like, owning it, and I'm, like, protesting it. And then, like, there's this ramp up on my gang stalking that's been occurring way longer, like thousands of days. Like, at least ever since I decided to run for president. Maybe a little bit before then, because I came up with a bad idea. It was the help Newt, .com. And it's like, yeah, give me money and I'll, like, make a sign or some shit. Which was kind of like, kind of a self-serving idea and selfish. And, sometimes before coming up with a good idea, you gotta, weed out the bad ones, all right? So maybe as early as 2011, I don't know. Maybe before then, because, this shit's been going on for a while, so who knows, But at least since I've been trying to run for president, and so the Intel community has been, like, fucking with me, fucking, like, my jobs and everything, sending me through trauma, fucking, blaming me afterwards, like, oh, Chris, you're not acting right after all this fucking abuse and trauma and gaslighting, what's wrong with you, and then I tried going to Voodoo Leatherworks to use some BDSM for some healing after all this recent trauma, but then I had, like, the prior shit, before this, and then my, teenage and childhood shit, and then it's a douchebag from the Intel community, right, and it's a clear lie. You clearly lied me out of the club. You could just admit it, all right, and then you lied on court paperwork to try to get a false restraining order, and then you tried lying me into jail, and then you just repeated the exact same thing, fucking thinking that I'm sending you fucking emails. I wouldn't be that stupid, oh my god. Now, all my shit's hacked, so, maybe you could pull it off. It'll be kind of like cheating, but you guys don't really care about that, I see. And I gave away, a moderating way, but, I just feel wrong about you guys taking everything from me. That's evil as shit. That's not what BDSM is about, alright? You got me kicked off of websites, because I took a screenshot, of a verbatim quote, because you guys are literally, like, misquoting me all the time and taking me out of context purposefully all the time. It's a screen name with an image that's too really small to make out. People who are connected to the site might be able to look it up. Fucking FetLife might have, changed, the name, or they could have changed it themselves, I think. I'm not too familiar with the options on FetLife. I think you could change your username. A lot of sites let you change it, but then they'll, like, make you wait, like, 30, 60, or 90 days or some shit. So, but anyway, I come to a caring, compassionate, fucking BDSM community, and it's anything but. And it's anything but caring or compassionate. And they're like, I don't give a flying fuck, and fuck off. And that's why I posted those, because it's like, look, I came to you for abuse, and then you're like, your community, the ones that did respond, most people didn't respond, and I guess those were the quote-unquote smart ones. But the two people that did respond just came at me like, and then this increasingly, fucking harassments, with the gang stalking and the online harassments, although those are provable, at least, so the cops, the local cops, like, knock it off, like, you're going to get yourself in trouble, there's leaving too much evidence, or whatever the fuck. But all this gang stalking and the street theaters, and I feel like they've kept me from meeting a loved one. They've kept me from meeting a loved one. They destroyed my relationship with my grandma. My grandmother died believing lies. She died believing lies. How would you like that? That's your family. That's amazing. but dealing with such the loser of the owner of the sex club is, I've been able to figure out, you know, like, whoa, this gang stalking shit has been happening the whole time, and the reason for the escalation is what I said in the store, because I'm protesting the sex club. So then, you know, I'm supposedly a horrible person. I do make mistakes, but what I'm talking about is, like, you guys lied me out of the club. You can't say my very first visit I was totally out of line and then have me over 2 more times, you know, and then before the 4th one I'm going, you know, this guy is an asshole, explain why, explain my mind could be changed, you know, and was very adult about it. I used a poopy word, oh my god. It's not like I go around, like, you know, fucking risking children's lives with black widows on fucking daycare center fences, fucking assholes. Or destroying lives. Like, I've been manipulated so much, and that's why in that one emotional dump blog, oh my god, it was like I mentioned everything that the intel community has done to me. So those jobs that I had, the person that moved in under me was probably one of the gang stalkers, installed gang stalkers, then that was abusing his woman. And yeah, I hope they got married. I really hope they got married. Oh my god. And why cops haven't done anything for me for the past decade, even when crimes are committed against me. And there was like 9 crimes out here in Colorado Springs before any of this bullshit, this covert bullshit, you know, which adds a few more crimes, and then the cops are like always doing nothing for me. And it's like, and then I stumble across narcissism a few months ago, and then gang stalking and organized community harassments, and the counterintelligence stuff, and then it's like, oh, damn, the past decade now makes sense. Gaslight you with mental health issues. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Mentally lobotomize you with medications. Oh, so you're totally abusive sons of bitches. You know, I was trying to seek out a new therapist, and I'm pretty sure I didn't mention anything about any specific diagnosis. But then I had one talk with her, and then the second talk with her, she's mentioning specifics. And she's kind of like, you know, maybe you should take this medication, Chris. You know, and it's like, what the hell? I was just telling you that I was, like, poisoned, and it was irritating my eyes, nose, and throat, and making me shit blood, and then fucking making my feet numb, you know, and that was keeping me awake. Like, if you're being irritated with something, you know, some chemical and everything, you know, you can't sleep, that's not because of some mental health issue, all right? That's because somebody's fucking with you, overtly or covertly. And yes, this is Spy Town. This is Colorado Springs. You got NORAD, you got the fucking Air Force Base, you got probably some Space Force stupid shit, you know, that, you know, the Air Force could have taken care of, and probably did take care of before fucking Space Force was stupidly thought of. And that dude has no vision, and everybody just like you guys, you know, you're like, yeah, you know, that owner of the sex club's right. Yeah, we're just going to ignore everything, but just like a cult, you know, like. And so anyway, so I mean, it's been helpful for the healing, but it's been overwhelming because, like, just the past month or so, I've been doing a lot of processing, and too much processing. I, like, need to fucking get my mind off this shit, you know, but, you know, it's made sense. It's made sense. I've had odd conversations in the past. I did document a couple of the gang stalkers from Illinois, inadvertently. Like, I was just, you know, I recorded some of the gaslighting. I got some good stuff. I recorded the cops not doing anything for me. I got those elements. I got the gaslighting. I got the fucking, the cops not doing shit for me intentionally. You know, the court case, you know, I was ordered to get something done, and I did it. I, you know, gave it to my probation officer. They made copies of it. And then my very last court date, they're like, yeah, you know, you didn't really get that thing that we told you to get. You know, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, almost like the court was involved too, you know? And so, yeah, and very likely it was, you know? So that's not right, You know, that's kind of wrong, and that's the kind of reason why America doesn't have a good option for president. You know, because, you know, this bullshit goes on. You know, and I'm somehow some sort of monster or whatever the fuck, you know, you fucking want to believe. You know. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, you know, it's kind of fucked up. There seems to be a lot of hatred out there, a lot of losers. Because a lot of these people, you know, not all of them, but a lot of them, they look like losers. They look like total. I don't care. They have cars. What the fuck? They look like losers. You know, I know they look at me the same way, probably. You know, so fair is fair. I mean, going around harassing people for fucking money, like, oh, like good little capitalists, gotta suck Economos's cock. It's probably like you suck God's cock, because you always be talking some, you know, fucking religious shit around me too. You know, that's a popular one on top of the nice mass comments. You know, is God, you know, this and God that and blah 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 and da 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 da. You know, and it's like, dude, you know, I could be just as easily saying Spider-Man, alright, you know, decides who lives and who dies, and someone told me what Spider-Man wants, and I'm gonna act it out now. You know, it's like, grow the fuck up, fucking primitive monkeys. So yeah, so I was just, you know, just kind of like, it all kind of connects, and it's the only coincidence in this whole thing now, because I used to think not that long ago that all this, you know, the cops not helping me out, like fucking, you know, just coincidence and shit, you know, but now it's like, you know, for me it's absolute certainty. Like, prove it in a court is one thing, but like, I know now, like, and it would be nice to prove it in courts. I think it is provable in courts. You know, you have all these incidences of fucking CSPD not doing nothing for me since I moved here. And then you have Illinois, which I did document. You know, and then I have the gaslight, you know, where, you know, I got sent away where I didn't want to harm other people or myself, but I still got sent away, right? And that was the gaslight right there, you know, by probably the shitty doctor that you get doctors to violate the Hippocratic Oath. You know, good for you. You know, and you know, you're very special with that one. I don't care if you got rules on that shit. You fucking, that's like, should be off limits. That's like firing on first responders. It's like a rules of engagement war crime, you know, which you guys probably don't care about either, because you punish people that whistleblow on that shit too. Yeah. Poison your old kids, don't care about that, you know. You know, risk other people's kids, you fucking go poison me. You guys sound like stand-up people, really. Went in for the second gaslight, which I also recorded. And it got you with that one. There deserves to be a really big lawsuit, you know, probably against the federal government for this. For real. You know? And maybe you guys manipulated me into moving out to Colorado Springs. You're like, yeah, you know, let's send him ads for it online. Make him notice it. I don't know. I mean, you guys would do that. Well, that seems kind of minor and something you could definitely do. Like, send someone ads? Like, are you kidding me? You know, the FBI and CIA can't do that shit. You know? Just like I appreciated those ads a few months ago, you know, Rage Against the Machine really sucks. Yeah, sure, guys, right. Rage Against the Machine really sucks. There's probably some, like, you know, like, Forbes fucking article or whatever the fuck. I forget the fucking outlet, but they're all mouthpieces for you, the U.S. propaganda. I understand. But keeping me from being, like, dude, people are going to vote for me or they're not. And if you're just going to be, like, evil malicious, I don't know how much forgiveness I have for you. you know? I deserve to meet a freaky lady and to have her not be involved in this bullshit. I deserve love. I deserve cuddles and hugs and kisses. And foot jabs. Definitely foot jabs. But yeah, I deserve some aftercare after all this shit. I done figured it out, so, you know, we'll see how it goes. I think I forgot talking about it, but I gave an option. You know, I gave an option. The BDSM community isn't Voodoo Leatherworks, alright? You know, and hopefully Voodoo Leatherworks isn't the BDSM community. So I know there's a lot of smears and manipulation going on, fucking dealing with narcissistic, you know, bullshit. And playbook, you know, narcissistic bullshit. But if you knew me in person, you know, and you weren't giving me weird vibes, you know, because lately everyone that interacts with me gives me a weird vibe, and, you know, it seemed like there was street theater yesterday, Monday, when they, you know, that chick and that dude started yelling at that chick. You know, that seemed like a little bit of theater. See what I would do. But then, you know, I don't involve myself because, you know what? Well, I mean, the dude had a point. Like, you know, he's trying to sleep and you're bugging him. So he got a little, you know, if he started hitting her, that's one thing. But he was just yelling, all right? You know, so just, you know, back off and let the dude sleep, okay? Didn't need me escalating the situation by approaching. So just fucking... You know, everybody relax. You know, nobody got hurt. You know, maybe some feelings, I don't know. But that seemed like some street theater shit, you know, just like, you know, on the bus a few months ago, there were these guys asking me, telling me nice mask and everything. I don't think I uploaded it, because there's like, I gotta upload like most of it still, right? You know, but there was these guys talking to me on the bus about my mask, which is the gang stalking theme. Talking point that they hand out to their gang stalkers. Make sure to, you know, ask him about his, or comment on his mask that it's nice. And then even get the fucking kids to do it. There's a fucking, like, little girl collecting dishes, fucking, you know, that was like, nice mask. You know, and I don't, maybe she's in on it, but maybe she was just told by the douchebag right next to her. You know? But it fits the MO of the organized community harassments. And so I know what's up, and I know why the cops don't do anything for me. I didn't think it was as bad as I really thought. I really, you know, I'm like, man, one of these days they're really going to help out. But, no. And it explains the douchebag making noise next door to me. You know, why my neighbors acted so weird towards me. Because at my last place, you know, I met this chick. She moved in a couple doors down from me. And we're like the exact same age. And then there's this fucking fat ass. He's like an ex-cop or some shit. Fucking, he would totally be one of these like gang stalker people, right? And he's like, you know, telling me like how I raped her. And it's like, well, she came to my place, dog, looking for fucking dick. What are you talking about rape for? You know, like, and then he was calling me a pedo, and it's like, dude, we're both 40 years old. What are you talking about? Again, you know, but it was just like that. They recruit the neighbor. See, yeah, like, so that car, you know, would like rev its engine right past me, you know, like, I'm already down the street a little bit. If he would have revved, he would have revved it back there, right? But he decided to do it right next to me. So stuff like that. You know, hard to prove. You know, with a degree, always a plausible deniability, right? You know, as I'm sure they teach spies. You know, so. But anyway. So, like, that dude was fucking with me. And then I mentioned to my landlord that I'm going to, like, secretly record him, right? And then the dude stops talking shit. And I only mentioned that to my landlord. You know? Please don't believe smears of me. Thank you. So then I come to this other place here, and then another neighbor does it, right? I'm like totally nice and respectful to his wife and shit. And then he's like, don't ever talk to my wife again. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just like nice to her, bumped into her a few times. And so they do weird shit like that, like psychological games. You know, like, yeah, just give this kid a hard time, whatever, make it up, you know. And that's exactly what it sounds like, you know, just like make it up, you know, get this kid, fucking feel like shit, you know. So, yeah, and they've been doing that shit for a long, long time. Like, those jobs that I had out here, you know, one guy was offering, I think $40 for 6 hours of work, and he worked us like over 9 hours with a half-hour lunch. It's like, dude, you got like 2.5, 3 hours out of us extra. You know, you deserve, you know, we all deserve, and there was like 5 or 6 other people there. There's other people saying shut up, but I just couldn't. And then the other job, there was a dude that wanted to shoot everybody up. Now he was like, look, don't tell anyone. But it's like, dude, you fucking freaking the fuck out of me. Like, how am I not going to tell my boss about that? So I tell my boss, and he fires us both, you know, and maybe he said something, because he was like one of the gang stalkers, so they're good at manipulating and causing trouble, so maybe he said something. I don't know. I wasn't really explained why. But yeah, they'll fucking make it hard for me to make money and shit. And then they'll be like, look, Chris, like, you just a lazy son of a bitch. You know, and it's like, what? You know, I mean, it's not me that's, like, installing people at these jobs and shit. Because I think my supervisor might have been one of them, that chick. And that dude. You know, and they both get in there, and then they start causing trouble for me. And one was that dude was a low-level worker like me, and then the chick was a supervisor. And there you go, and that's how you fuck with me, and you just kind of keep on fucking with me at my jobs. You know, you gaslit me, so I'm just kind of surviving on this meager Social Security, which I'm trying to undo the diagnosis, but, you know, if you're going to make all my doctors fucking violate the Hippocratic Oath, then I might as well just not visit any doctors. And yeah, so I at least know what's up, you know. I know the score now, and if it wasn't for Dick, I would have still been fooled. And that's a fact. You know, like, thank you, Dick. And it's been very helpful to learn that I've been getting gang stalked for thousands of days. It's helpful. And like I said, you know, helpful for the healing as well. You know.